Hello and welcome to another Every Tuesday tutorial. In this week's tutorial, I'm going to walk you through an advanced way of creating animated GIFs in Procreate. So what you see on screen is exactly what we're going to be creating together. You can see that the lettering writes itself, and at the same time, we have another animation of these lines kind of populating as the word is drawn. So we're just going to hop right into Procreate and get started. All right, I've got a 1500 pixel by 1500 pixel document. The resolution is 300 dpi, but if you have an older iPad with less space, feel free to make that 150 dpi if you need access to more layers. So if you missed my beginner's tutorial on creating animated GIFs in Procreate from last week, hit the link above and in the video description. You can go and watch that. And that way you have a bit of a foundation going into this one, because this one is much more advanced than the previous tutorial. So if you're just new to Procreate and you're new to animated GIFs, I'd highly recommend you go and watch that first and then come back here and jump right into this more advanced version. One other thing to mention is we're using masking in this video. If you're unfamiliar with masking, I also have a tutorial on that with masking in Procreate. I definitely recommend watching that one as well, because masking can get a little more complicated, especially with this kind of tutorial. So get a refresher on masking, watch the beginners animated GIF tutorial, and then come back here and you'll be able to follow along exactly. So just jumping right in, I'm going to give you the colors that we're using for this. There's only 3 colors here, and I'm going to go to the value. This darker blue is, here's the hex, and here are your HSB and your RGB depending on which color builds you prefer. Here's the lighter blue, and here is our medium, more like a teal than a blue. All right, I'm going to come back over to the disk view, and we're going to make the background this light color right here. So I'm going to tap on that and then just drag the circle right onto my artboard. And now you can see we've got a layer 1 that is colored with this color. So the next thing we need to do is write our lettering. So I'm going to create a new layer right above it. I'm going to select my darkest teal color right here, and I'm going to grab my free signature Procreate brush. Once again, just tap the link in the video description and you can access this brush for free. All right, so I've got my brush selected, I've got my color all good to go, and I'm on a brand new layer right here. So I'm just going to write out hello. Okay, and I want to center this, and a really handy trick to know about centering things on your artboard is if you come over to your wrench, come over to canvas, turn on your drawing guide, hit edit drawing guide, and then increase this grid size to max, and then you will be able to see, let me make this white so you can see it really well. Then you'll have a vertical and a horizontal guideline, hit done, and then when you select your lettering, you've got your nodes on the 4 sides, so then you can just align it to that grid, and that's a really quick and easy way to center your artwork. I like keeping my artwork just a little bit above center. It's more visually appealing that way. I'm going to rotate this slightly. It felt like I wrote it a little bit at an angle. All right, so that looks good. All right, so I'm going to turn off my guides. I don't need them anymore, so just come back to canvas and turn that off, and then you're good to go. All right, so then the other thing that we need to do is draw our lines all the way around our words. So create a new layer right above our lettering layer. I'm going to grab the medium teal color right here, and I'm going to grab my other free brush, which is my mono weight brush right here. That one is also free. So I'm going to draw, whoops, I'm going to make this much smaller. I'm going to come down to about a 7% size and just draw lines all the way around. Okay, I'm going to move this one out just a little bit. You want to make sure everything looks exactly as you want it before you get started here, because once we start this process, you won't be able to edit anything as we go. So I'm just going to move a few of these lines now that I can see everything all together. All right, so we are all set to go. So now that we've got all of our layers right here, I'm just going to label them super fast. That way it's easier for me to reference them as we move along. So I'm just going to rename all 3 of these layers. This is going to be my background, my lettering, and my lines. Okay, so now what we want to do is group all of these together. So you can group layers together by selecting your topmost layer and then just sliding the other layers to the right, and then hit group. It's okay that I've got my background color down here. We're not going to do anything with it. It's not causing any harm, so I just leave it there. All right, so we've got our new group right here. And if you watched the beginner's animated GIF tutorial in Procreate last week, then you already know that we build as we go. So all of our layers start building from the bottom up. So for this first layer, it's going to be the first frame in our animation. And since we're drawing everything in, we don't want anything to appear in our first frame because everything needs to be drawn in. So I'm actually going to toggle this down, and I'm going to turn off my lines and my lettering. So just the background is showing for the very first frame of my animation. Now I'm going to duplicate this group, so just slide it to the left and choose duplicate. And now we're going to begin drawing in our lettering. So I need to turn on my lettering, and I don't need to turn on my lines just yet because I'm going to start drawing the lines in as I go, and I don't want a line to appear in the very first frame as things are drawing in. You'll see how all this works later on, so just kind of hang with me for a little bit. All right, so for the lettering, in order to make that effective how it's drawing in, we're utilizing a mask. So the important thing to remember with masks is black conceals and white reveals. So we need to make all of this black and then slowly reveal it as we go. Definitely watch my video on masking in Procreate. If you don't understand masking, everything will make more sense then. So I'm going to tap on this layer and choose mask. So now I have a mask applied. I need to grab black because I'm concealing everything. So I'm going to grab my mono white brush, make it really big, and hide everything except for the very beginning of my H. So this little line right here. All right, so now we're going to close up our group, slide it over, duplicate. And now toggle this down. Now I'm going to reveal more of my mask. So I'm going to come over to my white and then paint in a little more. Now you can see I'm starting to reveal the downstroke of my H, and I don't want it revealed yet. So I'm going to switch back over to black. I'm going to reduce the size of my brush and come in really close and make sure that it looks like that's not appearing yet. Okay, and now we're doing the same thing that we did in the basics Procreate animated GIF tutorial from last week. We're just duplicating our groups and adding a little bit more every single time we go. So this one's going to be a much longer animation because we're drawing out our word and adding in lines at the same time. Slide this over, choose duplicate, toggle this down. I'm going to reveal more of it, so I'm going to grab my white and then bring this up. I start adding a fair amount every time I go. You're going to see once we run out of layers, because it's really easy with an animation like this to begin running out of available layers. If you ever wonder how many layers are at your disposal, you can hit the wrench icon and then come to canvas information, and you can see layers used. I've used 15. And I'm maxed out at 128. So we're likely going to go over 128 as we work. So I'm going to show you what to do if that happens. But for now, we're just going to go along as if we have all the layers in the world to work with. Now I'm going to start drawing in my lines because I've got a lot of lines to get through as this comes around. And I kind of want my lines to follow my lettering as it's drawn out. So I can reveal my first line now. So I'm going to turn this on, apply another mask, paint everything black except for this first line. Okay, so now I can duplicate this group, and now I'm going to reveal more of my lettering, but I'm going to leave this as one line right here. If I do all my lines at once with every single new layer, all the lines will be revealed before my lettering is revealed, and I kind of want them to happen concurrently. So now I'm going to grab my white, reveal more of my H, duplicate. So it's pretty repetitive as you go along, but once you start getting the hang of it, it'll become a lot faster. And I'm going to make a new layer, and now I'm going to reveal another one of my lines right here. So I got my white there, come back to my mask, draw more of my H in, and I'll do one more reveal right here so you can see it, and then I'll speed up the video. So I'm coming up. I basically am adding a line every third group or so, third or fourth group. That way I can get through them all as I come around. I don't want all of them to have to be revealed at the end. I want it to be nice and gradual. So this one's going to come up. You can see part of my E is starting to show right here, and I don't want it to show yet. All right, close that up. This time I'm going to reveal another line. I just kind of paint wherever I know the line is, and then it'll be revealed. And now I can come in for my E, and once again I'm going to start revealing more of the E than I want to reveal because I'm just coming around right now. So I want to get rid of this excess right here. So come back to black, reduce the size of my brush, If you watch that masking video, this process will be very straightforward. I'm assuming that if you haven't watched that, this looks pretty confusing right now, and it definitely does not need to be. So I'm going to keep moving along. I'm going to speed up the rest of this video, otherwise this would take forever, and I will stop once I max out my groups or I finish. So I want to make sure that you see exactly what to do if that happens. So I'm going to keep doing the exact same thing that we've been doing. I've got all of my groups turned on, and I'm just going to keep duplicating my layer, revealing more of my word, and every few groups I'm going to reveal another line as I come around. Okay, so I almost finished, and now you can see when I try to duplicate my group right here, it's saying maximum limit of 128 layers has been reached. So you can see I've got a zillion groups right here. So what you can do is you can either create a copy of your document. I'm going to show you how to do that. That way you still have a document that has all of these groups still separated out. If you ever want to come back, it's more non-destructive that way, but we have to start being destructive with our document in order to access more layers so we can keep moving forward. So what you can do to duplicate this document is just come to your gallery and then slide over your document and choose duplicate. And when you do that, it will create a duplicate file for you, so then you will have access to all of your layers on this one, and then this one will be our destructive one. So you can see we still have everything all ready to go right here. But now I can start down here at the very bottom. This is what I usually do. I come to the very bottom, I'll tap on my group thumbnail and choose flatten, and now all of a sudden I have access to 2 more layers. So I'm going to come through here and just flatten a few of these. That way I can finish everything off. I don't have to flatten all of them. I just need enough where I can have access to some more layers. Okay, so I'm going to come back up here, and now I should be able to duplicate this. So slide it over, duplicate, and now I'm good to go. So I'm just going to speed up the video and finish this off. Okay, so everything is finished right now. You just want to make sure all of your groups are turned on. Any layers that you flatten, make sure everything is turned on. That way we can preview our animation. And like I mentioned in the previous basics animated GIF tutorial, in order to post this to Instagram, you need to export it as an animated MP4, and it has to be at least 3 seconds long. We shouldn't have a problem with this one because it's a pretty lengthy animation, but if you have a shorter animation, remember you can reduce the frame rate to lengthen your video, or you can flatten all of your groups here and then make a copy of all of them and paste them above it to make kind of a duplicate animation. You saw me do that in the previous video. If you want to see me do that, just go ahead and reference that video. Click on the link in the video description. You can see exactly what I'm talking about. So in order to preview this, we're just going to hit the wrench, share, and then choose animated MP4 right here. At the very beginning of this video, you saw it playing over and over again. If you want to do that so you can see it in your photos and kind of preview it before you post to Instagram, you'll want to export it as an animated GIF. But when you post to Instagram, you want to be posting as an animated MP4. An animated MP4 in your photos folder will only cycle through all of your frames one time, so you're not going to get that looping animation. If you want to see it looping, make sure you choose animated GIF. Choose this if you want to post to Instagram. It will loop on Instagram, but it will not loop in your photos folder. All right, so I'm going to tap on that, and you can see it's going to play right here, and that's a pretty good speed. I've got mine at 9 frames per second right here. The higher your frames per second, the faster your animation will play. I really like the speed of this one. Let's see what 8 feels like just to see. I like 8 as well. I think I'm going to stick with 8. So you can choose full resolution or web ready. I like full resolution. It's going to take up a little more space on your iPad, but if you have access to that space, I like choosing full resolution because then I know when I post to Instagram, it's going to be super high quality. Web ready is still perfectly fine. If you don't have the space on your iPad, it'll still show up great on Instagram. So I'm going to choose full resolution right there. And then you can save the video to your iPad and then email it to yourself. Or if you have an iPhone and you want to airdrop it, you can always airdrop it straight to your iPhone. So I'm going to save the video right now and we'll see how long that animation is. I'm also going to export this as an animated GIF so we can watch it all together out of my photos folder. So once again, I'm going to choose full resolution. And now I'm going to hop into my photos folder. All right, so this is the animated MP4. This is the one that I would post to Instagram. It's only going to cycle through one time through all of our frames. So I'm going to hit the play button and you can see it playing all the way through. So that looks great. And if we want to see it loop continuously, I'm going to go select that animated GIF that I just exported. All right, so this is the looping GIF of the exact project that we just created together. So that's how to create an advanced animated GIF in Procreate. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please hit the like button, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell icon and you can be notified of any future tutorials as well. For more design and lettering tutorials and freebies, head on over to my site, every-tuesday.com. You can also find me on Instagram. My handle is @everytuesday. Once again, hit the link in the video description. You can have access to everything, the color palettes, and the free Procreate brushes. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.